Guys, here with Ross. Ross works with NBA players, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's his first time trying some kinetic release therapy, right?
That's right.
Now you tried a lot of things: massage, deep tissue. Did you try chiropractic, acupuncture?
Yeah.
You tried a lot of things, right?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Let's give him a demonstration of kinetic release therapy, right? So tell me where you want me to focus on. Like, do you have anywhere
I
that's
think
tight?
lower back.
Lower back?
Yeah.
All right. Right or left side?
More right side.
Right
but
side.
Kind of in the middle also.
All right, so just lay on your side onto this shoulder. So we're gonna release his lower back, right? Doing with kinetic release therapy over here. And kinetic release therapy, what we're doing is we're working with releasing contractions and tension in the body, but his body is releasing itself. So your body's gonna release itself. I'm not using any force. I'm working in an elegant way with a more sophisticated approach of healing. Bend your knees, please. And what we're gonna do is get his body to self-correct. So his body's releasing its own tension without any force, without me working hard, because I don't like to work hard. I'm a lazy therapist, that's the truth. And why work hard when we can work smart, right, guys? So what I'm doing here is I'm feeling into the soft tissue contractions. Where is he holding on to tension? So I bet you it's right there.
Yeah.
Is that tender?
Yeah. No, it's not bad.
But it's tight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's find a tender point first. Tell me which one. Which one's the most tender?
Yeah, probably more up there,
Right here, right?
yeah.
All right, so his QL is really locked up. The QL is the quadratus lumborum muscle. But more than that, there's also fascia here, right? So it's not just muscle guys, it's actually fascia as well. So what we're gonna do now is place his body into a position that sends a signal to his brain that it's safe to let go, and Ross's body's gonna release itself. I'm not doing anything here, right? I'm just facilitating the healing process and not using any force either. Not working hard here. And just right now his brain is like, oh, I can let go now, and then his body's releasing. Can you feel that releasing?
Yeah.
It's very subtle. Very subtle. It's not like dramatic, but when you are done with it, all of a sudden it's gone. You feel how that just released?
Yeah.
So it's totally soft now. So we're able to get the tissues to release in seconds, 5 seconds or less, without any force, without me working hard, right? Without me working against his body, but me working on his body, right? And when, working with his body, right? With his body rather than on his body. And I think that's kind of nicer, right? Because we don't have to actually create the change from the outside in. The change is happening from within. So his body is self-correcting. Kind of reminds me of the idea of like how we are our own guru, right? And if we just meditate, we can just tap into information instead of always looking for things outside of us. This is like how we can just stop looking outside for the healing. The healing comes from within, and this can just facilitate that process so that our body can self-correct. So that's all released right there. You feel that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's way better.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm going up the chain right here, up the kinetic chain, and I can feel that there's a contraction right here.
Yeah, right there.
Right? So he feels that. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna release that one. So let go of your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
So again, kinetic release therapy uses a lot of different modalities of healing. And this particular modality that I'm using right now with him is based in osteopathy. And osteopaths are medical doctors that are trained in hands-on healing work. So this was developed by an osteopath who was a judo instructor, so it also works energetically. It's pretty powerful shit. And it's released, right? It's gone. You feel that? So that's totally gone. So there's no more contraction there.
I also have one on the left side.
Left side
around,
too?
No, around the same area you just were at.
Same area, but on the
back. Yeah.
On the left side.
Like up here.
Got it.
Yeah.
We'll get that in a minute. So now what I'm doing is I'm tuning into bone, because intuitively I can have a sense of like, okay, his pelvis is out of alignment a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm actually looking at his ilium, this bone right here, and oh, don't hit the beast. All right, and so there you go. So all right, can you feel how this is easier of a movement right here? It goes down, but it doesn't really want to go up. It's kind of stuck.
Yeah.
You feel that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that?
So that's your ilium, the part of the pelvis right here. It's a bone, and what's happening is the pattern is that it's decompressed right here.
Yeah, super tight.
It's tight and it's going down towards your feet. So it's out of alignment. So what
Okay.
I'm doing now is I'm realigning it
Uh-huh.
by gently exaggerating the pattern. So
Yeah.
all we do with the body is when we exaggerate the pattern, it just self-corrects because it's like, oh, I don't need to be way over there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then your body's just going to go back in alignment without any force, without like a chiropractic adjustment or a manipulation. You can just exaggerate the patterns and the body heals itself, sort of like homeopathy. You know anything about homeopathy?
No.
So homeopathic remedies, like you take a remedy and then it causes the body kind of to heal itself. This is the same idea. This is just getting the body to heal itself
Mhm.
by exaggerating the current pattern that's there.
Okay.
With homeopathy, if let's say you have inflammation, you take something that's like a remedy like snake venom, right, which is just the energy of the snake venom, and what snake venom does is it causes inflammation. So your body's like, I need to fight the inflammation, and it heals itself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when we understand the laws of nature and how our body heals itself, we can use that specific technology and get the best results ever in healing without using any force. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, again, working smarter rather than working harder with the body rather than on the body, and also working with the laws of nature. And that's what this work is all about. Kinetic Release Therapy is really tuning into the homeopathic principles of like cures like, exaggerating patterns, body can self-correct. So now, you feel how much more movement that is?
Yeah.
So now it moves up and down.
Mhm.
And you guys can see that, right?
Mhm.
Awesome. And check his psoas muscle here as well as the deep abdominal fascia, right? The connective tissues that are surrounding everything. It's a little bit tight right there.
Mhm.
But yeah, let's get the other side. Switch to the other side. Talking about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. Right there. So again, exaggerating the patterns, getting the body to self-correct. And it doesn't take a lot, right? So it's very efficient and very effective. So it's potent. It's very potent. So we don't need a lot in order for the body to heal itself, especially when someone's as healthy as him, right? He trains a lot, moves a lot, right? Very active. So
Yeah.
it's easy. This is just like a quick tune-up. We don't really need much. We don't need to work so hard. We don't need to spend like an hour and a half on massage, right? Because it's never ending with massage.
Mhm.
This is just more effective, especially if you're an athlete, right? He works with basketball players, so you got to get back in the game, right? So if you have a contraction, we need to release that spasm and then get you back in the game.
Mhm.
And I think that's what this is all about. It's like, how can we do much more efficient work with the body? And that's just gone, right? Feel that?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, it feels way better.
Let's just even out that lower back.
Yeah.
Yeah, this side's not as tight.
Mhm.
We might as well release that and realign. Let go.
Mhm.
Deep breath in. Exhale. Yeah, so make sure that you guys leave a comment below this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. But just give me a second. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Let's have you get up and let's see how you feel. Again, it's his first time experiencing kinetic release therapy.
Wow. Yeah, I feel really loose. It's really nice. Back is loose too.
Yeah. See, it doesn't take much.
Yeah, no, it's good
It doesn't
stuff.
take much, especially that you're healthy,
Yeah.
you're active, your tissues are soft and hydrated, right? You drink
Yeah.
enough water.
Yeah. Bunch of other things, yeah. Yeah, amazing.
Would you recommend this to others?
100%, man. Very good. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Sure.
Excellent
So yeah, if
work.
you're interested in kinetic release therapy, you can see me in New York City and beyond. I'm also in Miami, Now in the summer, maybe in the Hamptons a little bit too, but stay in touch. And also we can do online virtual sessions as well. Believe it or not, I can actually show you how to do this yourself on your own body. I can guide you over video. I do this with people around the world. So reach out to me if I can support you in your healing, and peace out.